the Masters of Disasters, everybody! And Drago finally achieves speed form! I am Haru, welcome to my review of episode 8 of Evolutions. So spoiler warning, if you haven't seen this episode yet, go back and watch it now. But if you have, sit back, relax, and enjoy my review of Evolutions episode 8. The first part is new heroes appear. Kravitz is seeing Winton and Dan at the academy about helping the security force stop a supposed gang making trouble. Turns out this gang is just a vigilante superhero group calling themselves the Masters of Disaster. God, is this name stupid for a superhero group. Sounds like a prank channel name. But those little group of kids are just targeting and harassing innocent brawlers, and lo and behold, they idolize the Awesome Brawlers and that they are just trying to protect Los Volmos in the Awesome Brawlers' absence while they're at the academy. But my god, Master Red has a Pyrus Apophis. When are you releasing that toy in real life? The credits for their voices for the Master of Disasters are just really weird though. Tavia Pereira, Osias Reed, and Carson Gale all voice them, but they are using the Master of Disasters' real names. Nowhere in the episode has the Master of Disasters been referred to by their real names. Tavia Pereira voices Shannon, who is Master Green, Osias Reed voices Eric, who is Master Red, and Carson Gale voices Richie, who's Master Blue. If I didn't recognize their voices, I would have been so confused as to who Shannon, Eric, and Richie are in the credits. Honestly though, I've barely gotten into this episode. It's such a cliche filler story that's just silly. It's basically just serving as a lesson to kids wanting to pretend to be superheroes and just makes things worse. Though when we have these montages of them defeating Bakugan, why are the Bakugan just laying there instead of just going back into ball form? It's like the Masters of Disaster killed them or something. When Dan and Winton tells them they aren't acting like heroes and all they're doing is just harassing innocent brawlers that just want to play Bakugan, they get mad and run off.
Let's just forget about those guys. We don't have any more time to waste on their pretend hero game.
Dan, these kids are literally a threat to the community. Why are you content with just letting them be? That's not exactly heroic of you, Dan. So then there is a bank robbery happening involving the Darkest Grizzly, and the Masters of Disaster are on the job. Oh, finally, after harassing innocent kids thinking they're doing some good, now is the time to redeem yourselves and actually fight for justice, and you suck. Yeah, it turns out the Grizzly is being controlled by elemental energy is kicking their asses, so Dan and Winton step in and beat the elemental berserk Grizzly, and the robbers get arrested. You know, just when I thought I couldn't get into this episode enough and thought they were going to pull something off, I get really disappointed. The writing in this episode is just non-existent.
Would you learn that we are not nearly good enough?
And you showed us how much we need to learn before we're strong like you guys.
I don't think that was the lesson here. It's not that you aren't good enough, it's that you don't know what the difference is between right and wrong. I really doubt we're going to see these three again. They were written in this episode to be so unlikable. The only redeeming part about them was their passion to do good, only hindered by their naive minds. And they don't even learn anything at the end. What a waste of time. The next part is Dan versus Mr. Magnus. Back at the academy, Dan and Drago were fighting Winton and Trox to try and master speed mode, and they are working Winton and Trox to the ground. It's because Dan has just become so obsessed with trying to be as good as Athena and Magnus that he becomes so power hungry, and the way he talks to the rest of the Awesome Brawlers and how he's treating them when they suggest asking Athena for help really is building up to pent-up frustration within him.
Quit slacking off! You gotta take this seriously! Why would I ask Leah for any kind of help? I have nothing to learn from those two!
He doesn't even want to ask Leah for help because Leah was helped by Athena. Talk about major stubbornness there.
Yes!
So, was Janice Hawk supposed to have a line there? Pegatrix looks like she's talking to Leah, and Leah seems like she is responding to her saying something, but it seems like the audio file was cut. So Magnus shows up to see Dan, and what the heck? Why is Magnus's mask on the opposite side of his face? And then they fixed it in the next shot. Seriously, did somebody go through this season to make sure it was right before it got finalized? Magnus wants to brawl with Dan.
Bakugan Brawl! Bakugan Stand!
Oh man, that synchronized line actually sounded so awesome though. But you know, I must admit, this battle sequence is actually pretty cool to watch, especially since it seems like Magnus is purposefully holding back. Based on what we've seen Nilius previously do, even one-shotting Blitzfox, it's pretty clear that Magnus just isn't trying to beat Dan in this battle. Dan isn't even getting an elemental core, and he becomes increasingly frustrated that he can't become stronger. Is this actually it? Is this the big blowout that we were expecting, so that eventually Dan overcomes his own anger and stubbornness to harness elemental power and accomplish speed mode? Is he finally gonna beat that inner darkness within him to accomplish something much more bigger than himself? No. Shun of all people figures out why Dan can't evolve like he wants to, and it's because Dan is letting what others say about him and being obsessed with being better affect his focus in battle. That is pretty much the only thing they got right. They don't capitalize on Dan's dark build-up, don't even address how he was treating his friends, all of it just thrown away in a rushed conclusion to what could have been an awesome arc for Dan Kuzo. But whatever. Drago accomplishes speed mode, and they actually have great attacks on Nilius with animation that looks amazing. Honestly, even if the build-up payoff wasn't there, the Drago speed mode was still cool to look at.
Good stuff, Daddy!
Another Devon Mag at lib, I presume. But before their battle can finish, Magnus stops the fight and announces he's leaving the academy, but not before telling Dan that the academy is up to something suspicious, and we get a final shot of a shadowy Faustus watching over them looking angry. Well, at least we got that. So that was Evolutions Episode 8. Let me know what your rating of the show was in the comments down below. The Masters of Disaster part was just wretched. There was little to no actual storytelling or any attempt to make the focus on the team likable in any way. While it was just filler episode for the sake of trying to provide silly entertainment, I was barely entertained and was more so just annoyed. The Magnus vs. Dan episode, I liked the action in it and giving us the speed mode badassery of Drago that we've been waiting for, but the payoff to such powerful build-up from weeks prior was just absolutely disappointing and kinda lazy. There was just no attempt to make Dan see the error of his ways and how he treated his friends. The only lesson he really learned here out of all this whole experience of doubt is never care about what others say about you. The payoff to this character arc could have been great, but this was just half-assed. But at least we're progressing the story with the teeth of the Academy villainy coming into play. Overall, I think I'm going to give this episode a Baku downer. Thank you for watching this review of Evolutions. Be sure to press the like button and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren, and thank God for Rapid Fire. Bye!